Cousin Internet. It's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Ali.
Hey!
Oh, you're jerking off. Ali.
Not anymore.
I know, but you just started too.
I'm quick, like a bunny.
That's good. I mean, you think that, like, if you look at the nature of sex, like, you know, like, this is an honest to goodness truth about our biological sexual organs.
Ooh, okay.
Do you know why humans have a mushroom-shaped head on?
I think I do.
It acts like a plunger.
Yep.
And it's because when the females are in heat, the men basically are trying to pull out the previous guy's jisms before depositing his own.
Which you can see that live on Pornhub.
Is that an educational website?
It is. It is.
Yeah,
if you do want to learn more about the actual sexual organs, go to lemonparty.org. It really explains all the stuff.
But like you know, if you were like, don't you in that case biologically want to be the quicker one?
Yeah, you want to get in there.
You're gonna get torn off by the next guy in line. You know, so you want to get in and get out.
Yeah, it's kind of like the way I look at it. It's like my swimmers are good because I'm Mexican, and that's how we get here.
Yeah.
They're like little swimmers. Arriba. So why I look at it is like the mushroom cap is DeSantis,
right?
Trying to pull out the immigrants.
Pull out the
Yep. See that?
And pulling out is something I just refuse to do.
Hell yeah, dude.
Spray and pray.
Spray and pray. Yes.
Oh, by the way,
yes.
I think I sent you a text message, but last week's podcast was really making me laugh. Like, I was listening to it, and I mainly listened to it like to hear like, oh, how was the audio? Did anything like really screw up? And no, but I was driving, I was laughing at Ed and his pee pee and poo poo stuff.
Ed.
Yeah, you can hear him in the next room. He's doing the show here.
Yeah.
So how was your week?
Pretty good. I actually had something. Last night, I stopped at the Fringe Festival. It was opening night for Fringe, and I taught my class. And it was at SAC, so I'm downtown. So I was like, you know what? Let me go stop by Fringe.
Right.
See who's out and about, and then I'm going to go to this open mic, not that far from there.
Yeah.
I got there. Not a lot of people were there. Tim Williams' show was going on, and that's who I wanted. I wanted to try and make it,
right?
Because it started at 9:20, but I didn't get there in time. So I was just going to have a drink, and then I was going to, just go to that open mic. And so I'm there, and I ran into two people that worked the festival.
Yeah.
And Scott Browning and Melissa. So Fritzinger, and said, hey, and I grabbed a drink, and I'm like, I don't see anybody. So then I ran into a couple of people, Chris Berry, Francisco, and then more and more people came out. And I spoke to someone. Two people last night that could really help me out in the future.
Yeah.
Is something popping?
No, it was just your microphone just all of a sudden like started to go low.
Oh, wow. So one person wanted to use me as a teacher for a future endeavor, possibly. More like a school. Another school. But,
right.
Yeah, for comedy stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. And they're like, we can do it during the week. We could, it'll be a kind of like an actual educational thing.
Right.
I was like, that's amazing. Yeah, I'm down. And then somebody else talked to me, and there is I don't want to say anything, so I'm going to be vague about it.
Right.
But there's a nice size, theater in Orlando, and some big name acts show up to do stand up. Well, this person books like the openers if they want a local opener.
Right.
And I hadn't talked to them in a while, and they were like, that's what I do, Ali. We get a lot of, big name acts, and they're looking. I said, yeah, I know. I said, I know Ross Padgett got to perform there. Yeah. I know Mike Hurley. He opened for Fortune Feimster, and now he's doing some shows with her. And she goes, let me look at the next schedule. Let me see if anybody needs, because if there's a good fit, we'll give them, your info and your clips, and maybe you can come out and perform here. And I was like, man, if I can get connected with someone who's touring,
right?
I mean, yes, I'll be featuring, but Featuring is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You tighten down your set, you do your best, 25 minutes and get it going. But if it's somebody that's doing theaters or, like Hard Rock Lives and things like that, that's good money.
Yeah.
So I'm fingers crossed.
Yeah. Good luck.
That'd be great.
That.
Yeah. Thanks.
I was out at Fringe on Wednesday night for opening night. I don't have a lot of time like we used to back in the day when, we would live at the Fringe Festival for a week. But I went, I had a friend doing a circus show. So I went and saw that. And then I saw cousin Jason Montilla.
How was that? Montilla.
I saw his show. It was really good. You know what? I will say this about his show. It was probably the fringiest of the Fringe because you put on wireless headphones that they provide for you.
Okay.
And
so we're all going to get COVID.
Yep, probably. I'm pretty sure they wipe them down. But that's also why I went to the first show because I was like, I'm not going after you getting everyone else's sloppy ear fucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, the performers are wearing microphones and they're performing around you and it's outdoors. And it was only a 30-minute show, so like the heat wasn't terrible. And it was at nighttime and it was like a horror themed show. So
cool.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Nice. Yeah, because I want to go see that. I'm probably going to take the Offspring Monday after school. Go check it out and see who's out and about. I mean, if we can jump into a show, we will. But I want to show Adriana the art because I walked in. Because my goal wasn't really if I could make Tim's show, I was going to go to the show. But if not, I was like, no biggie. I'll just look around. I want to start collecting the little flyers and see what's going on. But the art, man, the visual Fringe, beautiful. There's some really good stuff in there.
We're Mamas is doing a show.
Are we?
At the Fringe, yeah. I'm actually trying to pull it up right now. They asked us about 2 dates, and it's one of those things where I didn't really want to commit to 2 dates. Like in the past couple of years, we've just done one, and that's been kind of fun. Let's see. We are the final night of Fringe, the 28th,
which is a
Sunday night.
Huh.
And it is
what time?
The show will be at 8:30 p.m. Sunday night, the 28th.
I may not be able to do that one.
Like hell, you won't.
I think my new semester of classes starts
on a Sunday.
Yeah, my classes are always on Sunday.
That's the Lord's Day.
Yeah, the Lord is a comedian.
Oh, did I tell you my idea for a podcast?
No.
Aside from this one, I thought, and this could get me killed, but I thought it would be great to take the Bible, all right, and you summarize each section, like Genesis. You summarize Genesis first, and you go through it, and then you say, all right, let's break down where the story falls apart. And you're fixing plot holes, and the point is to go through the Bible with this kind of modern Marvel Cinematic Universe eye, or just our attention span today, and go, all right, we're going to retool this for a new generation and make it make sense, because there are a lot of plot holes and a lot of weird shit that happens that you're like, listen, come on, like I can only suspend my disbelief for so long,
right?
But then I thought, then I would publish the new and improved Bible.
Yes.
And I think, doing it with a little bit of humor in it. I mean, Parker and Jesus Saved the World. I made Jesus I was kind of like, I have some really good reviews on it. I was really expecting a lot of the, like, oh, you can't do this with Jesus. And I had like ready in my back pocket. I had that. Well, everyone else is putting words into his mouth. I just felt like,
yeah.
But I made him in the book. I was like, he's going to be the one, like, true character, like the one honest character who is, the idea behind it. He is compassionate and loving, and it's everything around him that's fucked up.
Right.
But then he's like fights like Goku in Dragon Ball Z, and he shoots fireballs at people. But
he's fucking Jesus.
That's something that I do. We should post that on the Mama's page. The original Kung Fu Jesus.
Yeah, or just if we still have some of the some other stuff too.
I think we have Don't Come on My Dick. I know we have that.
Yeah.
There are certain things that I'm like, I don't want to post because Ruben and Mike are doing pretty well in their careers right now. And I don't. I think I posted a picture of it was of Ruben flying with the umbrella.
Oh
And it
my
was
God.
actually it was the whole video of him doing the chim chim sharoo and flying away, and and I posted a still of Mike as Edwin Mallory, and he was like, "Oh my God, please don't."
I think so I want to see Shaky and the Bandit again. I was talking about that the other day. I was like,
well, explain it to people who might not know.
so Shaky and the Bandit is a sketch that we did, but we shot it like an old school detective
70s style.
70s like Chips and stuff like that. And it was Shaky, who was a detective, who had Parkinson's,
right?
And then the Bandit was a quadriplegic detective,
yeah,
in
an electric wheelchair.
So it's just those two as cops. It was, and Megan sounded like Katharine Hepburn.
Oh no, you're not giving me a partner.
Listen, you shaky bitch.
Oh, yes. Wasn't there something when we were shooting that where that scene? What was it?
Oh, it took forever because we were trying to pull Michelle's wheelchair and it kept hitting the wall, and she kept giggling because
yeah. God, I just
took forever. We were laughing so hard.
I remember that, and I remember the scene where the two criminals, which was me. Mm-hmm. I was the quadriplegic criminal.
That's right.
who was also the high-speed chase, where Shaky is trying to shoot us as we're making our getaway.
Oh my God.
And then it just cuts to all of these dead people on the ground. She hit everyone except for us. And one of them was Brad's daughter at the time. And it was just, there's a stroller tipped over. Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. There's. I'm trying to think, like, who's in, like, Ruben's not in that one. Neither is Mike. I was like, we could probably post that one.
Yeah.
You think Megan would be? I mean, we did it live on stage.
Yeah, I think it'd be fine.
Yeah,
I think it'd be all right.
What's the worst that could happen? Happen. What's she going to lose her job? Oh, yeah. So speaking of, Disney announced yesterday that the Star Cruiser experience is going bye-bye in September. Yeah. Which I never got to do it.
I didn't either. I was waiting. I was like, all right, when it gets down to like 2 years, once it's established, I bet you they'll bring the prices down and they'll start doing all that stuff. So I was waiting. I was like, maybe, or at least give like, friends and family.
Right. A discount.
Or if not hey, we're doing a 2-day trip just for friends and families.
Right.
You're allowed to bring 2 people. Right. Per cast member or whatever.
Was it $5,000 or $6,000?
$6,000.
Yeah. For 2 days. That's a lot.
It is a lot.
And I was one of those people when they first announced it, where I said, listen, like, it's probably worth it, but I'm not going to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't one of the people that was shitting on it going, yeah, good luck. You know?
Yeah.
But I will say, my assistant and I went out to dinner with some people, and I was sitting next to a guy that I had never met before. So we're talking, and he apparently worked in management of the Star Cruiser. And he said to me then, he was like, they're probably going to bring the price down, come fall.
Yeah.
Because he said we need heads in beds.
Yep.
And so I was kind of hopeful that, maybe. Because if it dropped down to $3,000, I would still be like, man, that's expensive. But when else am I going to be able to do this?
Exactly. And it's and here's the argument that everyone was saying. For a hotel, it's not a hotel.
It's an experience.
It's an experience. You're paying that much for an experience.
Right.
Well, what about the theme parks? Well, don't go.
Right.
You're not doing this to go to Hollywood Studios or you're doing this to be on this exact Star Cruiser.
Yep.
And experience what it's like
and
to
get
live
to be
in that universe.
Completely surrounded by the story and the characters, which something that bothers me about Galaxy's Edge is like I think Harry Potter is fine. I think it's a good for what it is. Like I totally understand the fandom. I'm not a diehard fan, but I get it.
Yeah.
And when I walk into the Harry Potter lands, I am immersed in the story that I have read. I have seen the movies. You can walk into the park and you can experience everything that these characters did. And that is like fantasy fulfillment.
Mhm.
And that was what I was expecting when I walked into Galaxy's Edge. And I
Right.
went, wait, where are we? Batu?
Yeah.
This planet, has anyone mentioned this? And they were like, no, but like they have retroactively mentioned
Right.
it in things. But I went, Luke Skywalker was never here.
Mm-hmm.
And then also when have you been
Yeah.
to Galaxy? When you walk through like that tunnel,
Yeah.
which is just like a boring ass tunnel. When we came out the other side, I was like, oh, we're in a desert.
Yeah.
Like, but then when you see the Millennium Falcon later, after you turn another couple corners, that's impressive. That's what I should have seen
Yeah.
as soon as I walked into the land.
It was weird for me. What's funny is we were there, and I was there with a diehard, Star Wars
Right.
person, and I said they should have done something where it feels like you're going to a different park,
Right.
where you're going somewhere new. It
Mhm.
does not seem like a theme park, and unfortunately, that whole tunnel does nothing.
Right.
Like, why didn't they have like misters where you can maybe have some like
Yeah.
that, like maybe be able to project the star, like
Yeah.
hyperspace when they
Yeah.
just something cool like that that tells you you're going into a new
Instead, you're
land.
just like walking into Jersey.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
there is something like when they announced Star Cruiser,
Mhm.
there was a part of me that was really upset because 20 years ago,
Mhm.
I was doing a gig we were in Mexico.
Okay.
And we were having blue sky meetings with a cruise line because they were doing a brand new ship that they wanted to be. This is the entertainment ship. So we just had all week long, we had these blue sky meetings and we were on the ship basically taking like what its first voyage would be.
Mhm.
And me and a friend of mine who was there on this job with me, we were spending a day in Mexico and we were in the ocean and we were just talking about like things that we want to do. Nothing that had to do with the cruise ship, but things that we wanted to do. And you'll know, it was Amanda and Ian.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they're all robot people and they build these amazing robot costumes. And again, this like 20 years ago, we said, you know what we should do is we were talking dinner shows.
Mhm.
And I was like, and the idea is you buy your ticket and then you get on board a shuttle that's going to take you to a satellite over Earth.
Oh wow, yeah.
And so you get in, it was basically like a rickety simulator, nothing super fancy, but it
Right.
just shakes you around a little bit. And then when the doors open up, the entire inside is this restaurant satellite
Mhm.
where you're surrounded by all of these windows. You can see Earth, you can see the
Right.
moon, and you go on an adventure. It was like a dinner show.
Mhm.
And the whole thing was like, let's just create this immersive experience, blah, 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 blah. And then when I saw the first images of Galaxy or Star Cruiser, I was like, son of a bitch.
Yep.
Someone from Disney was hiding in the water 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
And now they're going to come to me and go, you owe us $500 million because
Yeah, it sucks. I hate to see all the people like applauding it being done and laughing because they're not taking into consideration all the people that are going to be out of work.
right.
And it's insane. I'm like,
Well,
Nice.
and that comes from their kind of anger at I can't afford this and it's not fair that I love Star Wars. Why can't I do this? It's bullshit. Oh, it's closing. Ha ha. You should have let me in.
right. And what they should be saying is, hey, maybe I should have made better choices
Right.
and got better jobs so I could go do that.
Right. I mean, even not, or like what I did is I just went, it's not for me.
Yeah.
Like I would love to do it if the opportunity came up, but
Exactly.
but I don't fault anyone. I mean, it's like I see someone driving an $80,000 car down the road. I don't go, what the fuck, man?
Right.
No
Yeah.
one should have that car.
Exactly.
Like and here's my controversial take. So there's the whole we shouldn't have billionaires and the people shouting we shouldn't have billionaires because my take on that is, yeah, we should have billionaires. The caveat to that is I don't think there should be a billionaire giving people slave wages.
Yes.
Like the whole Bezos Amazon thing,
Mhm.
it like the fact that he could give every employee $1 million and still be fine or
Yeah.
you know, or just hey, here's a Christmas bonus of $50,000 each. He could do that, and it would not affect him
At all.
or his lifestyle.
Not really, because he's going to make up all of that in interest.
Right.
Like it's like, yeah. You're
And so, and again, I'm not saying in order to be a billionaire you have to give everyone 50. But I'm just, if you give your employees a good life and a good wage, then I'm like, man, make all of the money you can.
exactly.
And
Because
that's
even that person that's doing that is also going to be donating to charities,
Right.
and helping other people.
and
that
right
would be
now
great.
the billionaires that do donate to charity, I mean, I would like to think that some of them do it honestly because they believe in the charity, or but honestly, I mean, it's a tax write-off.
That's all it is. It's a tax write-off.
If you see Bill Gates talk about like the Clean Water Initiative and stuff like that, like I do think he actually cares about that. But I think it's just a huge tax write-off. What we're doing for Papa's is with our cast is we have a set rate, which is good. It's comparable to what we were at before. It pretty much
Right.
matches what we were doing before. But we've told everyone we have benchmarks. If we hit 50 tickets sold for the show, everyone gets a $25 bump.
Yeah.
If we hit 100, everyone gets a $50 bump. Like, because it was a rising tide raises all ships.
Yeah.
And we want, I mean, even here, everyone gets an equal cut of the show that we do here. And are we all going to retire off of it? No, but man, I would love it if it could be our full-time job.
Yeah.
If this show could pay enough to pay everyone a full-time job, I would fucking love that.
Oh, it'd be amazing. Are you kidding me? So what I'm hearing is, and what everyone out there listening is hearing, is that you're a billionaire. Like you
Yes.
just admitted it, that you're
Right.
a billionaire because you're, this is what you're doing and giving extra.
This interview
bonuses.
is over.
So what do you think they're going to do with the hotel? What are they going to do? Because that's an expensive piece of property, and that whole building. I really hope they turn it into something.
I mean, I think something that I really wanted them to do before was if Galaxy's Edge worked, I wanted them to continue with it. I really want a Haunted Mansion hotel.
Ooh.
And if as long as you didn't make it quite so immersive, if you were just like, hey, it's themed as the Haunted Mansion, or we're going to do spooky stories by the campfire tonight, or some of the characters are going to be roaming around.
Yeah.
$500 a night. That's still a lot. That's a lot for a room, but
this is
I'll
where
do
you get
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather spend $500 a night. Like even if it just stays Star Wars. Like
Yeah.
if it just stays a Star Wars Star Cruiser,
Right.
you just don't have the interactive. You don't have all the technical stuff, but you have the screens and you get everything is themed. And
Right.
you can come and go as you please.
That might actually be a viable option for
Yeah.
them.
I would
Unless
pay-
it's for tax reasons. They're like, listen, we gotta
Yeah, we got to get rid of it.
have a garage sale.
But I would totally pay $500 a night because people are paying that plus at like Grand Floridian.
Yeah. I'll even give you $500 a night. It's a 2-night minimum. But you're not getting the interactive story elements. Dinner is not included.
Right.
Then I'm like, oh, okay. Because
so it's a hotel.
Yeah, it's $1,000, and I can take my assistant out for a weekend.
Yeah.
I would do that.
I just got a second assistant, which is nice.
Really?
Yeah, I had a lot of work to do.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to pay this one. Well, the other one got out.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You put a tracker on them?
Yeah, I put the chip.
Oh, good. Good. That way, if anyone finds them,
Yeah.
you can just scan it.
Yeah. I shaved it in her back hair.
Oh,
It just says, property of.
oh, well, the back hair.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hey, whatever
Well,
you're
it's
into.
too thick in the front. The hair in the front is way too thick.
They're both over there shaking their heads. All right. Well, let's see. What time is it? We should probably start rack. I think we've solved Disney's problem.
Yes.
They can bring that $1 billion directly to us, and I will give you a $50 pay bump if I get that $1 billion.
Listen, I like the way you're thinking. Disney, if you're listening, or any billionaires out there, if you're listening,
Yeah.
my Cash App is at Ali Flores, AliFlores. And if you want Mamas to be the next big thing, we'll take your $1 billion and turn it into something amazing.
Yes. it might not be $1 billion, but it could be $1.05 billion.
Yes.
All right, Ali.
Yes.
Pray tell, what did you learn tonight?
I learned a lot of things, but I think the biggest thing that I learned, chipping your assistant isn't the best idea.
Right.
They always find their way home. I know where they are, which is kind of good, but a cleanup is a bitch because you got to do it when they're asleep.
Yeah.
And also now I will be single tomorrow.
All right. She said you're single right now.
It's all right. I got my car.
And I learned something tonight too. I learned that as long as I have $1 billion, I can give people $50 and not feel too bad about it.
Yeah.
I'm doing my part.
You are doing your part.
All right. Oh, hey, Cousin Alan.
Hey, look at that.
You want to say hi? What did you learn?
Oh, I learned that the podcasts sometimes happen.
All right. We're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 8 p.m. Call 407-363-1985. Ali, where can people find you?
At Comedic Actor on Instagram, at Comedic Actor on TikTok.
And Cash App?
And Cash App, yeah. Ali Flores, there you go.
Alan, where can people find you?
Well, you can find some of my shows on YouTube, which are called History Bluffs. Look for the fuchsia logo.
Fuchsia. You can find me at Totters on Instagram. Yeah. I'm on Instagram. Or just search for me on Facebook, and send me some dirty little pictures or something.
And don't forget to follow Mama's Comedy Show.
Yeah, follow Mama's Comedy Show. We need to pick a winner for that contest.
Yes,
from
we
last
do.
week.
Damn it! I was going to do that this week. I was going to.
We
should do a selection. We'll
every
read them
week.
out.
Yeah. All right.
We'll read it out.
So we'll see you guys next week. Bye.